I feel like it has been such a long time since we've been in this craft room putting together some smaller DIY projects. So that's exactly what we're gonna do today. We're gonna go thrifting, pick out a couple really cheap items to transform them into some really cool trendy decor. Hi, I'm Allie and welcome to my channel and welcome to the latest edition of some DIY thrift flips. I love doing thrift flips and I just feel like because we've been working on so many big projects lately, like making over the patio and the bedroom, I have not had the time to just sit down and do some smaller scale projects, which I feel like are so essential for boosting creativity. I've been really inspired by some of the really colorful trends that have been going on lately with pattern mixing, the coquette trend, and also like a little bit of that cottagecore style that's going on. It's all over my Instagram feed, and I think that's what I want to pull for the inspiration for these projects. So the other day I went thrifting, and so I have a couple clips from when I went thrifting just so you can see, and I'm gonna send you over to that video and then we'll come back and I'll show you what I picked out. So here is the entire thrift store haul. I would say it was moderately successful. I definitely was not feeling entirely inspired at the different stores, but I was able to find a couple good items. So we'll start here. I picked up some picture frames. We have this one and this one. This one I picked because I really just liked the shape of it, but this one is going to be the subject for a DIY. And I picked this up for just $2. Just another item that I thought was fun when I went to the thrift store were these two little glasses. I can hold them up here so you can see them just a little bit better. I really liked the detail that these had. I just really liked them. I thought they were super cute and they were $2 each. Next up is this nice giant canvas. It is huge. I don't know how big this is yet. I haven't measured it, but I'm not a huge fan of the art, and there's a lot of, like, I guess right here and here, a lot of tears in the canvas, so this is a great piece to DIY. I paid $4 for this entire canvas. And the final item that I'm gonna show you is this lamp. It came exactly like this, no shade or anything, but I have a spare shade from a lamp that I forgot to return when I was doing the entryway makeover, so it's gonna be the perfect size for this. So I thought we could start right here with this lamp and try out the pleated lampshade trend to see if we could DIY it and also give this a little bit of a makeover because the blue is just not working for me. The first thing though, before we get into this DIY project, I wanted to say that in an upcoming video, I want to do a Q&A, and I have not done that on the channel yet, and thought it'd be fun because I feel like I don't share enough of like my personal life or different things that maybe you want to know just to get me to know me a little bit better, maybe get to know Alex behind the camera there a little bit better. So if you have any questions that you want to ask or have featured in that Q&A video, think about them while we're doing these DIY projects and drop them down in the comments. So I have the lamp base here, and this is the shade we're going to go with. This was just a cheap shade that came off the lamp in the entryway, but I decided to swap it out with a better looking shade because this one just has like an uneven bottom. So it's a perfect candidate for a DIY project because we're gonna make it look better, we're gonna make this lamp look better, and it's a perfect fit on top of this lamp right here. Okay, so now let's talk about the fabric that I picked out, and let me tell you, making a decision on this fabric Took way longer than it should have because I could not decide. Did I want to go floral? Did I want to go something like more vintage or antique looking? And in the end, I decided to just go with something simple and basic with a nice little stripe just because I thought that would look really charming and really classic. Look at me, I am breaking out the iron. I am a true professional. Now that all my little strips are cut out, I'm not sure, I might need to cut more as we go, but I'm gonna take them, and since I have a stripe repeating pattern, I'm gonna fold each strip at exactly where one of these green, or I guess khaki colored stripes begins. And then just to make sure that they stay and they look really, really professional in this lampshade, we're gonna press all of them. All we're going to simply use is some hot glue to begin attaching them all the way around the shade. So I have my piece, I'm going to stick it right here, and we're just going to put, for this one, you're going to need a little extra glue because it's the first one. The shade is already looking really nice. Now we need to deal with the rough edges at the top and the bottom. I guess didn't get enough fabric to cut bias tape the proper way, so we're just gonna have to work in little pieces. Essentially, you cut the fabric on a diagonal and then kind of cut it into like a ribbon strip and then press it like this. And we're not going to apply it the total proper way because this is just a DIY method. You're never going to see the inside of the lampshade. So I just did one little seam, and we're going to glue that all the way around before then dealing with this extra edge. Okay, so we're moving on to the next project, which is going to be this frame, and I want to do that fabric covered frame like I've seen Lone Fox do. I've seen this all over Pinterest as well, and I've also seen it done on Instagram, so it's nothing new, but I want to do my own attempt of it because I just think the look is really cool to have the fabric coating both the frame and then also the mat inside. So I picked this one up, like I said, for $2 at the thrift store. For whatever reason, while I was out thrifting, because of course is what I was looking for, I had such a hard time finding good sized frames that were fairly simple with a mat. So I am a little bit of a frame hoarder, okay? So I've had this one in my stash for probably 1.5 years now, maybe even 2 years. And I have just been holding on to it. It was from the Target dollar spot. I thought we would try it out with a plain frame to see if we could fabric coat it. I think this one will be a little bit easier, but also I wanted to see if it works for something with a little bit more detail. I picked out 2 different types of fabric. First is a checkerboard, because as you know, I love the checkerboard trend, and I went with this brown because I just wanted to do something maybe a little bit more neutral to start out with, but we're having fun. We're gonna try to play with color a little bit more in this video. So I also got this really pretty blue flower print fabric for the other one. So I'm thinking maybe the flowers on the more detailed one and the checkered board on the more solid frame. I think that is gonna look the cutest. I'm hoping this nozzle is not clogged. I've had this for way too long. Okay, good, it's still working. We're gonna use some spray adhesive to coat the frame as well as our mat board, and then we're going to apply the fabric. I think this is gonna be the most efficient way. I'm gonna make sure I put adhesive all on all the sides and also this kind of inner part as well. So now that this is attached and I cut out the center part of the frame right here, we're now going to assemble it using some hot glue. I already attempted something where I cut a little notch out to create the corners, but it didn't quite look that good. So we're just gonna fold the remaining corners and just keep this one at the bottom where you're never gonna see it. It's fine. DIYing is all about experimenting, and so that's exactly what we're doing here. And here is the moment of truth. Let's see if this looks anything good, because you know what? This is a lot more challenging than I thought it would be. I'm hoping on the second time around it'll be a little easier, but let's see. Hey, that looks pretty good. I obviously have to clean up some hot glue scragglies all throughout, but that's pretty cute. I really like this. Let's move on and see if the thrifted frame will be doable. Something with a little bit of some detail around the edge. I'm really excited to see this one. And now to add in the mat to the frame for the final result. I'm not going to show it to you guys right here. You're going to have to see it in the next clip. Okay, so now we're gonna tackle this large canvas print. I wanna put some primer over this entire thing and probably some white spray paint just to cover up this design and get it ready to go and all primed up and ready to create some really cool artwork. The primer on the canvas turned out great. I decided not to spray paint it white because I switched directions on how I wanted this art to look because of where the different little breaks in the canvas fabric are, where it is damaged. I think we need to go something textural. So I'm inspired by a couple of these pieces of art that I found on Pinterest when I was looking for some new inspiration as I was waiting for this primer to dry. And I'm gonna do my own take on it, and I'm really excited. So we're gonna have to first get the base down, and I wanna create that art shape though. That was one part that I really liked about it. So I have the lid to my largest pot in my cabinet, because that is gonna be the perfect size to trace to make the top of this arch. So I got my entire sketch with some flowers, a vase. So now I think I need to just get the background of my little vase scene painted. So I mixed up a nice little peachy coral color because I was really feeling pink for this piece for some reason. And we're just gonna see where this takes us because I don't really have a whole vision in mind. I just kind of want to have some fun with it. It is a new day and all of the base layer paint is dry, and this painting, which is apparently stuck to the newspaper, but it's looking really, really good. I am so excited with how this is turning out. So now we are going to be moving on to the part that is going to conceal all of the little rips and tears in this canvas, which you're going to need the secret ingredient for the project, which is spackle. I am so in love with all of these projects, and it just was so much fun to play around with some color and different styles than what I typically do, though I do think I kind of put my own style and flair into each of these trendy projects. If you haven't already, drop your Q&A questions down in the comments because that Q&A video is going to be coming up really soon, and I want to answer all of the questions that you may have. Whether it's about DIYs, apartment living, personal life, whatever you want to ask, I want to answer your guys' questions so that we can get to know each other a little bit better. So drop those in the comments. If you haven't yet already, make sure that you hit subscribe because there's going to be more small and big projects coming really soon on the channel. And that's everything I have for you in this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.